Hello and welcome back to the We Are City channel. It's FIFA 21, it's episode 15 of season 1. This is just going to be a little short roundup episode and an awards ceremony. We're going to give awards to the best player of the year, best goal of the year, best young player of the year, and so on. I'm going to have a look through all the leagues, how everything finished in the season 1 of our FIFA world, how many appearances, how many goals, how many assists people got. And we're just going to have a quick look through. So we'll go through the whole squad, starting with Edison, because we're going to go in appearance order. So Edison made 47 appearances for us this season, which is the most out of any player. He got an average of 6.7 rating, and he got no goals, no assists. Not a surprise there, although Edison could have got an assist. He is that sort of goalkeeper. He's so good with his feet. And he managed to get 18 clean sheets, so not too impressive, really. We were poor defensively all season, weren't we? The 18 clean sheets. He's not so great. Bernardo Silva was our second most used player. He played 43 games, 14 goals, 24 assists in those. That is really good. And he got an average of 7.50, an average rating of the whole season. And as you can see there, the Emirates FA Cup, an 8.5 sort of brought his rating up definitely with that one appearance there. João Cancelo, our third most used player, he played 39 games. He's now a right wing back, left wing back and right back. And he got 1 goal and 9 assists, which is a pretty good return. Harrison out on loan. He got 4 goals and 1 assist in 39 games for Leeds. Hopefully Leeds will want to take him on a permanent. We're not going to be using Jack Harrison, unfortunately for him. Ferran Torres, he has, as you can see there, grown by 4. And if we look at Cancelo's grown by 3, Bernardo Silva by 1, Edison by 3. Ferran Torres has grown by 4. He's 86 rated now. He made 38 appearances. Used quite a lot this season by us. He got 10 goals and 8 assists, an average rating of 7. So a really good season for Ferran Torres. Riyad Mahrez still at 85. 20 goals, 10 assists, and an average of 7.30 in our top 3 nominees for player of the season. And you can see why with those goals and assists. Sterling wasn't that far behind, if I'm honest with you. I wouldn't say Sterling was as good as Mahrez this season. You would say that Mahrez outshone Sterling. But if you look, Sterling has got a 7.40 for average rating. He's grown by 2. He's now a 90 rated. He got 13 assists, which is 3 more than Mahrez, and 18 goals, which is 2 less than Mahrez, but only 2 less in 38 games. So Sterling probably had a better season than Mahrez, other than the goals. However, we can't just go purely off stats, can we? We can go with how they played in games, and I think Mahrez performed much better than Sterling throughout the season. I'd expect more from Raheem Sterling. As you can see, he scored 14 in the Premier League, and Mahrez scored 19. I mean, that makes a difference. 2 of Sterling's goals were in the pre-season Invitational Cup. Ruben Diaz grew by 2. Not the best of first seasons, if I'm honest, by Ruben Diaz. He played 37 games, no goals, 1 assist. He only got 12 clean sheets in that. And he got an average of 7 rating. I don't think he was brilliant. At times he was, he coming clutch, making really important tackles. But I'd expect a lot of higher growth, and hopefully in this next season, in season 2, Diaz can really find his form, get to maybe an 86, 87 rating. I do think he has that potential to get to there, if not higher, and show a bit more of how rock solid defender he is in real life on the game. I mean, he's only 24 at this moment in time. He's got plenty of time to develop. Next is Kyle Walker, still at 85 rated, trying to convert Kyle to a centre-back. I think that's where his future lies, considering he's 31 now. He's still quick, he's still physical, but that will start to go. He's got an average of 6.6, which isn't great, so not a fantastic season for Kyle Walker. 5 assists he managed to pick up, and 8 clean sheets in 36 games. Aymeric Laporte has grown by 2, he's 89 rated now, so probably one of the best centre-backs in the world. Hopefully he can get him to 90, 27 years old. He's coming to the latter stage of his career, coming into his prime as a centre-half. 36 games, 1 goal, 1 assist, 9 clean sheets. That's not impressive, although he's got a 6.8 in the overall average performance ratings. Again, not great. Fernandinho, the man who is leaving, goes the 36-year-old Brazilian. 82 rated, he's decreased by 2, and he knows, and the club knows, it's time for him to leave. And he's joined Inter Milan. He's signed a pre-contract with Inter Milan. I think he would suit the Italian league and would suit either the midfield or the back 3 of Antonio Conte's Inter Milan. 36 games, 1 goal, 4 assists, only 10 clean sheets. But Fernandinho managed to play 36 games at 36 years old. That's pretty impressive. Next is Gabriel Jesus, and he is like 10 less games than Ederson, along with Kevin De Bruyne. Even though they were star players, he is the other player, along with Kevin De Bruyne and Riyad Mahrez, as the nominations for Player of the Year. He played 36 games and scored 37 goals. So 37 goals in 36 games is an incredible return from Gabriel Jesus. He's grown by 3 to 86 rated, and he got 12 assists as well. Average 8 rating. I think that's probably the highest in the team. Kevin De Bruyne is still 91. He got 34 games under his belt, 16 goals and 31 assists, an average of 7.9 rating. What a season by Kevin De Bruyne. Phil Foden only managed to grow by 1 this season, and despite having a good season, stats wise, you see there, 34 games, he scored 10 goals and 12 assists and got 6 clean sheets. Foden's looking a bit like a Jack Wilshere to me. That player that's such quality when he plays, but he's just always injured. He's currently injured at the moment, and we need to try and change that for Phil Foden, because if he has another injury hit season, it's just going to keep mounting up on him, and he's never going to make any progress. Rodri, he grew by 3 to an 88. What a season he had, and he's now got 3 assists and 1 goal at the end of the season, a 7.30 rating. He can play centre back, centre mid, and centre defensive mid. Nathan Ake managed to play 33 games. He grew by 3. He's an 82 now. 6.7 rate on average, not fantastic. He managed to get 1 assist as well. Gundogan played 30 games. 3 goals and 7 assists for him in those 30 games. Benjamin Mendy has grown by 6. So he's now an 84 rated left wing back. Maybe Mendy's career here isn't over. He only got 1 goal and 1 assist in 28 games. But I think he had a fantastic season. Somewhat. He wasn't great all the time, but when he played well. Aguero only managed to get 25 games, 19 goals though in 25 games, and 6 assists. Sergio, of course, leaving us. 7.8 rating on average. He's still there, Sergio Aguero. He's decreased by 2, which shows that it's coming to the end, Sergio, and he knows, the club knows, like he said, it's just time to start something new, go somewhere new, do something different, and there's a new era at the club coming. And he thought it was the right time to leave, and it's a shame he never won the Champions League. But like David Silva, like Fernandinho, like Yaya Toure, Zabaleta, Vincent Kompany, all these club legends, they never managed to win the Champions League, but maybe the next era of legends at the club will. John Stones made 20 appearances, got 1 goal in those 20 appearances, got 9 clean sheets as well. Not too bad for John Stones, he's grown by 3. Jayden Brath, the youngster, made 19 appearances, got 3 goals and no assists. And as you can see there, he grew by 8. So he's had a very good season for development, 75 rated now. He's very much going to make himself a first team player. Tommy Doyle made 17 appearances, that's pretty good as well. Got 1 goal, no assists. 68 rated now, grown by 3. The Lap made 16 appearances and scored 7 goals and 2 assists in those 16 appearances. Grown by 4 as well, Liam Delap. That's a really good season by him. Tagliafico only managed to play 16 games since joining in January, but he was very solid. That's his sort of play style, isn't just a solid player. Zach Steffen played 10 games. Hopefully he can play more next season with the cup games, maybe going further in the cup games. He grew by 3, he's now 79 rated. Eric Garcia played 7, grown by 2. Cole Palmer managed to play 6 games in his first season at the club, got 2 goals. Jimmy Avalar only played 5 games, he's decreased by 1, but if he gets a run of games in the next season, he will grow again. 1 goal, 3 assists. Howard Bellis only played 4. Rodgers only played 3. Nemecha 2. Angelino out there on loan. We won't pay attention to that one. Diego Rossa managed to play 1. Adrian Benabe played 1 game. Santos played no games. The same for Ramos and Gibbons. As you can see, for development wise, Rodgers has grown by 7 and he's going on loan to Getafe next year. Howard Bellis only grown by 3. Nemecha by 4, so he's definitely getting a bit better. Diego Rossa by 4 as well, he'll be going on the loan to the MLS next season. Benabe by 3, so he has grown. I suspected he has grown. We need to have a look into that because there's a contract standoff between Benabe and the club at the moment. Miguel Santos by 3. Ramos hasn't grown any. Gibbons has grown by 6 and he can play centre back, striker and centre forward. Atkins has grown by 3, very lowly rated Atkins, needs game time. Rodgers by 3, 64 rated. Duran by 10. So he looks like a top young player. Ben Knight by 4. He's made grown by 4, made no appearances for the team this season. James McAtee, he grew by 4 as well. Nemetra grew by 3 out on loan. Muric 1 on loan. Yankala Rea 2 on loan. Arzani 2. Bustos by 2. Porro by 2. Palaversa by 3. Issa Kabore by 3. 71 rated now. And that is our full squad that we currently have. Let's have a look at the players that are out on loan but aren't considered out on loan in the squad list. So first one is Culliverth Aguilar. He is a right back out on loan. He's not considered out on loan on the game. Of course, in real life he is. You can see other targets there or other young players in our list. He is now 62 rated. The next young player of ours, as we move down, is Gavin Banzanu, our keeper, 1964 rated. Possibly a keeper for the future. The other one is Pablo Moreno at Girona. We're not sure how they performed, but he is 19 years old and he's 66 rated. Jan Cuto is also 19 years old and also 66 rated. Another player, right back, the next Dani Alves, they say. So one for the future, most definitely. Akanwar is our player. He's 20 years old but only 58 rated. Nothing too impressive there. Ilic, Ivan Ilic and his brother Luka Ilic will come on to later. He's 63 rated now at 20 years old. Luke Bolton is 66 rated at 21. Luka Ilic is 68 rated at 21. Not a bad rating, but I just don't think he's going to make it. Slobodan Tedic is 66 rated at 21 years old, a young striker. So as for the English Premier League, we know how that finished. We finished in second place with 91 points. Liverpool top with 92. Spurs and Chelsea getting Champions League football. Arsenal, Wolves, Leicester, Manchester United all missing out. Then if you go to the bottom of the table, Brighton, Sheffield and Crystal Palace were all relegated. Top goal scorer in the Premier League finished with Gabriel Jesus with 30 goals in 27 matches. Mo Salah and Mane up there as well with 22 and 21 goals. Kane with 19 and Mahrez even in 5th place with 19. As for top in assists, Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva both broke the assist record. De Bruyne got 26 in 25 games and Bernardo Silva with 22 in 32. Bruno Fernandes up there as well with 17 and Mane, Sterling, plenty of our players and Liverpool players who won the league in there. So we were knocked out in the round 5 of the Emirates FA Cup, 7-3 to Leicester City, a terrible result. And as you can see in the final, Leicester City did go on to beat Manchester United in the final, to beat us 7-2 and then go and win it. It's not too bad, you lost the winners, so that sort of makes you feel a little bit better, I suppose. But Leicester City 2-0 winners in the FA Cup final to win the FA Cup. As for the Carabao Cup, we were again knocked out earlier, 3-1 defeat away to Burnley. Again, the young players were out there due to the stamina and the fitness of the team. And Burnley went on and beat us later on in the game. And the winners were Chelsea. They beat Liverpool 4-3 in the final. So probably an exciting final there. Chelsea Carabao Cup winners. So it'd be Liverpool versus Leicester City in the Charity Shield at the start of next season. So as for the Champions League, we got knocked out in the quarter-finals quite embarrassingly by Atletico Madrid. 11-2 defeat at home. 15-5 in aggregate. In the semi-finals, Atletico went on to beat Bayern Munich 4-0. And Juventus beat Barcelona 5-0 in aggregate, meaning the final was Atletico versus Juventus. And Juventus, Cristiano Ronaldo, finally wins the Champions League with a 2-1 win over Atletico Madrid in the final. The Europa League competition we didn't play in, AS Roma were beaten 2-0 by Bayer Leverkusen in the final. So Leverkusen against Juventus will be the UEFA Super Cup at the start of next season. So for the other interesting leagues around the world, top leagues and then leagues that affect us, Watford, Stoke City have been promoted to the Premier League. They both got automatic promotion. And then it's between AFC Bournemouth, Preston, Huddersfield and Cardiff to win the playoff spot. So we'll see next season who is coming up with Watford and Stoke City into our league. I would like, if I'm honest, Bournemouth to come back up. I did like Bournemouth. Nathan Ake return to his old club if we ever play him. Although I suspect that Cardiff City will, because they always seem to do well on FIFA for whatever reason. So as for the Ligue 1, as expected, Paris Saint-Germain win the league on 99 points. Marseille, Lyon and Lille all up there in the second, third and fourth position. And as for the relegated French sides, it's those three there. Bayern Munich expectedly win the Bundesliga. However, they win it on goal difference. How about that for an exciting end to the Bundesliga? 76 points, but with 52 goal difference, as Dortmund got 38 goal difference. So that's very tight. And Leverkusen finished third with 75 points. So the teams at the top were very close. Leipzig as well with 72 points in 4th. Not quite there, but had a good season, RB Leipzig. You would expect them to nearly win the Bundesliga at some point. In the Serie A, Juventus may have won the Champions League, but they finished 3rd in the Serie A. Inter Milan come top with 97 points, and not even a close second, 10 points off was Napoli with 87. Juventus come 3rd with 80 points. Milan 4th with 78, that's good to see Milan back in the top 4. Atalanta with 75 in 5th, Roma in 6th with 75, and then Lazio in 7th with 72. PSV win the Eredivisie with 83 points. Ajax, surprisingly not the winners, they've been the winners for quite a few years on the bounce, only on 80 points, and AZ Alkmaar in 3rd on it and 77. Benfica win the Liga NOS, 87 points they win it with. Porto 86 points in a close 2nd, and Sporting in 3rd with 81. All these leagues seem to be very tight, don't they, at the top? So Liga Santander, Barcelona win the league. Lionel Messi will stay at Barcelona, it seems. It looks like he's going to sign a new contract under the new president who joined in January. So won't be joining Manchester City if you're thinking about that. Barcelona really did walk the league with 97 points, nearly 100 points. Real Madrid in 2nd with 84. Atletico Madrid with 81. Villarreal, even Sevilla down in 5th. Sociedad down in 8th, and in real life they're top of the table. So you've got relegated teams who you would expect to get relegated. Chimi Avalar's ex-side. Although Osasuna was his ex-side, but he did used to play for the other ones. In the La Liga Smartbank, which is the 2nd division of Spain, only having a quick look there because obviously our team Girona is there and we have a lot of players on loan at Girona. They finished 6th, so they're in a playoff spot, so possibly Girona could have been promoted back into La Liga, which would be great experience for players out on loan there. And the final league we will look at is the MLS, and as you can see there, Inter Miami came top of it currently. As you can see that they've played 15 games, 13 games. The league in America is played at completely different times to the league in England, so they will have just started. New York City currently in 5th place. Hopefully they can do a bit better to represent our club. So that ends our overview of the squad. As you can see there, objectives overview, only got a 72 rating, Pep Guardiola. He did finish the season with profit margin or whatever, but as you can see there, he got knocked out of the Champions League in the quarter-final stage when they expected him to win it, or wanted him to win it, and they didn't win the Premier League, came 2nd. So Pep Guardiola's career at Manchester City could be in peril, could be an issue going into the future, although his contract is at the end of the season, so we'll find a bit more out of that because we hear that he's going to make an announcement at the award ceremony. And speaking of the award ceremony, let's get straight into it. So, welcome to the Manchester City end of year awards. This is the end of season awards for our first season on FIFA 21 in our career mode with Pep Guardiola as manager, and these are all the awards that have come through this year. I think we've got 5 awards to give out this year after the first season, and there's plenty of interesting winners, that's to be said. So let's get into the first award. So our first award is for the development of the year, which means the player that developed the most over the year, the player that was in the first team and made the most progress, the most surprising progress as well. And as you can see, our nominees are Benjamin Mendy with 1 goal, 1 assist in 28 appearances, Jayden Braff, who grew, I think, by 6 it was overall, with 3 goals, no assists in 19 appearances, and finally Liam Delap, who scored 7 goals and got 2 assists in 16 appearances. So all 3 of these players, the 3 nominees for development of the year, all made higher than 4, I think, overall progress in the course of the season, more than anyone else. There was a few players close up there as well, but these were the 3 standout developments of the year. So let's get to the winner. And the winner is Benjamin Mendy. Benjamin Mendy grew from a 78 overall to an 84 overall left wing back in the space of 1 season. That is massive progress from Benjamin Mendy as a fullback, and hopefully can be really important in the team next year and avoid injury. So, on to our next award in our end of year awards, and the next award goes to the most consistent player of the year. So the player that has the highest average overall rating across all the games. So for example, an 8.0 in every game would mean an average of 8.0. Of course, no player has been that good. But let's get into the nominees and see who's the highest consistent player. So the most consistent award nominees are Gabriel Jesus, Kevin De Bruyne and Sergio Aguero. All got above a 7.80 rating on average across all games across the season. Of course, to be nominated for the award, you had to have over 20 appearances for the club in the season. As you can see there, Gabriel Jesus, 37 goals and 12 assists in 36 appearances. Kevin De Bruyne, 16 goals and 31 assists in 34 appearances. And finally, Sergio Aguero has left the club now, or he's leaving the club at the end of his contract. His final year of the club managed to get 19 goals and 6 assists in 25 games, and still proving to be a consistent top player for Manchester City. And the winner is Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne, definitely our most consistent player. He got an average of 7.9 across the season, across all the games that he played. And he was consistent because even in the games where we were behind, or no matter what the game was, Kevin De Bruyne always seemed to turn up. Even that Atletico game, that dreaded Atletico game, he turned up and made things happen and managed to get 2 assists. So on to the next award now. Our next award is the Goal of the Season award. And this is the best goal we've seen this season. There was quite a few decent goals, and there was quite a few wonder goals, and it's the wonder goals that have been put into this category. The goals that you think, when they went in, wow, that was some goal. So let's have a look at our nominees for Goal of the Season. So 3 nominees. The first one is Rodri, who got a overhead kick in a 6-0 win over Everton. 34 appearances Rodri made, and he managed to score only 1 goal, and that was the overhead kick against Everton from the corner, which at the time, I think you remember us saying that was goal of the season. We've got Ezekiel Avalar, in only 5 appearances, scored a wonderful volley against Arsenal on his left foot, crossed in by Kevin De Bruyne. I think he was in the top corner, first time volley. And then Riyad Mahrez, in 38 appearances, he got an absolute bender curling shot into the top corner against Manchester United, lofted over David De Gea, which is an absolutely wonder goal, and all 3 of them were, and that's why they're all nominated. Unfortunately, we can only pick 1 for Goal of the Season. If you want to see these goals, the links will be in the description, which will take you to the certain episodes, exactly the certain time of all these goals being scored, so you'll get to go straight through the link to Rodri's goal against Everton, Avalar's goal against Arsenal, or straight to Manchester United game where Riyad Mahrez scored his brilliant curling shot into the top corner against them. But who's the winner for Goal of the Season? Let's find out. And the winner is Rodrigo Hernandez, with his overhead kick against Everton. So remember, head over to the description, click the link, and have a look at that Rodri goal if you haven't seen it, if you don't remember it, against Everton, which was an absolute thunder strike of an overhead kick by Rodri off the post and in, and it surprised us, it shocked us, it really did. So on to our second to final award, the sort of semi-final of awards in a sense, and that is the Young Player of the Year. A young player, a player under 21 that has played over 20 games this season, or I think it's over 15 games we've made it. So if you've got to play over 15 games, you're nominated for the Young Player of the Season. Let's see who the nominees are. So yeah, Ferran Torres, a new player in the Premier League, a new sign. He managed to get 8 goals and 10 assists in 38 appearances, and he just seemed to perform every time he's on the pitch. Phil Foden, the second nominated player, got 10 goals and 12 assists, so better than Ferran stats-wise in 34 appearances. However, Phil struggled with a pretty injury-hit season, didn't he? And he's got that danger of becoming a Jack Wilshere if he's not careful, where a player with so much quality but never seems to make it. And finally, Liam Delap, who got 16 appearances, just manages to fit in to the quota. He managed to get 7 goals and 2 assists for us this season, a massive breakthrough season, hence why we made it to 15 appearances, not 20, because Liam Delap's season was incredible with 16 appearances. And let's find out who the winner is. The winner is Ferran Torres, purely because a young man who's come to the Premier League, his first season in the Premier League, and he has performed to the highest of levels. He really, really has. Played incredible in pretty much every game he played, scored goals, assists, just was involved with everything. And I know Phil Foden, statistically wise, was better than Ferran Torres, but was playing the game and performance wise, I have to say Ferran Torres comes out on top, definitely, and we hope to see more of him from next season, now an 86 rated. So that was our awards build up to the final award, Player of the Season award. But before we go into that, we've got something, a bit of news, a little interview with our current manager, but not so current anymore. After this interview, it's Pep Guardiola.
This club, since Sheikh Mansour took over the club, is, the last 8-10 years, the club is always there, a little bit up and downs, but always is stable. The last 5 or 6 years, the club is always in Champions League. But I will not be here just for stay. So we have a contract because we have to have a contract, but the club knows me, and when I have the feeling that our relation with the players is not good, I'm going to make a step back. Another guy is going to come to help to the team, to the club, to the players, to maintain this high level that we achieved in the recent past.
So, Pep Guardiola leaves at the end of his contract. His time at Manchester City is over, a new era is on the horizon, and going into season 2, plenty of things are going to change at the club due to the departure of Pep Guardiola, who's done amazingly for the club, and we can do nothing but just thank him for all the things he's done for Manchester City. And now for our final award, the Player of the Season award, the player who shone the most, the player who just did absolutely amazing things for the club this season. Let's find out who the nominees are. So the nominees are Gabriel Jesus, Kevin De Bruyne and Riyad Mahrez, the three standout players for us this season. Gabriel Jesus first there. He got 37 goals and 12 assists in 36 appearances. What a season for him. Kevin De Bruyne managed to pick up 16 goals and 31 assists in 34 appearances. So both them two exceeding their goals and assists put together, the amount of appearances they actually made. And then Riyad Mahrez finally, not as good as them two, but he's in the nominations because he deserves the recognition. In 38 games, he played more games than them. He got 20 goals and 10 assists. That is a ridiculous return from all three of these players. But Kevin De Bruyne and Gabriel Jesus just on another level to completely everyone else in the squad. Riyad Mahrez in a close third. And it's between those two, Gabriel Jesus and Kevin De Bruyne, who win the Player of the Year award for Season 1. It's going to be a tight one. Let's see who is the winner for Season 1. Winner of the Player of the Season, it's Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus, who performed so good. I know we question sometimes his ability to score important goals, but Gabriel Jesus scored so many goals, performed on such a high level. He was up there with the most consistent players as well. Just every time he was out on the pitch, you knew a goal was coming. And what a season from Gabriel. Next season, is he going to get any better? If he does, it's going to be incredible. So that's the end of the awards ceremony. Thank you very much for watching. Our Player of the Year, Gabriel Jesus. So that's the end of Season 1, completely over Season 1. Thank you very much for watching this season. I hope you've enjoyed it. Season 2 is coming very soon. It comes on the Wednesday, as always. So on Wednesday, Season 2 begins. We've been making great progress on this channel, so please continue to share the video to get more people to watch it. Subscribe to the channel as usual and like this video. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.